Tekken and I have history. Ever since my earliest memories playing on the PlayStation 1, I've been playing Tekken. Growing up, fighting games were a mainstay in my household. Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Smash Bros., they were all common games that could be played at any time. But Tekken was different. The Iron Fist tournament has returned for Tekken 8, the first mainline entry since 2017's Tekken 7, and the first entry in the series to be placed on next-gen consoles. With that time for development and new hardware, the beloved cast of fighters have never looked better. Character models are brimming with detail and look phenomenal. Stages are brought to life in ways never before seen in the series. There is a level of detail and polish that makes comparisons between 7 and 8 absolutely night and day. And in the modern-day fighting landscape, presentation is all the more important. No longer are we in the days where we can expect multiple entries in the same console lifespan. 3 games for the PlayStation 1, 3 games on the PlayStation 2, 2 games on the PlayStation 3, and only 1 game on both the PlayStation 4 and now PlayStation 5. Bandai Namco and Tekken's team had to nail how the game looks and is presented, since this will be what is represented for the franchise in the ever-growing fighting game community and esports scene. And the team behind Tekken 8 absolutely nailed it out of the park in presentation. To put it simply, Tekken 8 is gorgeous, sleek, and polished. Similar to its contemporaries, Tekken has always had a lore and story that is a bit convoluted and secondary to the gameplay. Yet over the last decade, in large part thanks to NetherRealm Studios' Mortal Kombat series, we've seen an evolution in story modes for our fighting game franchises. Last year, Street Fighter VI reinvented itself with a World Tour mode. This year, Tekken 8 looks to ride in a similar fashion, bringing 2 different campaign-style modes for players. The first is a traditional story mode that takes place after the events of Tekken 7. Kazuya has finally killed his father Heihachi and taken over the world, placing it in a state of constant war. Meanwhile, Jin Kazama, the protagonist of the series, stands as the only hope in stopping his father and bringing peace to the world. The story is more straightforward and easy to follow than previous entries, yet it's still a bit convoluted and falls into its anime-style tropes. The story also provides enough progression in the overall storylines to be satisfying to those familiar with the series. New characters that are brought onto the roster also serve as solid additions to the cast, and make me excited for what we can see in a eventual sequel. While not as long as some other franchises, Tekken 8 story mode will serve as a satisfying small adventure that will take no longer than a few hours to see to completion. Tekken 8's other offline modes include an arcade quest mode, where you make a customizable avatar and learn the mechanics of Tekken 8. It's a nice little mode for newcomers to the series, but provides little incentive for mainstays. Arcade mode versus a highly detailed practice mode, character what-if scenarios, and the return of Tekken Ball, as well as a new Ghost mode, round out the other offline modes that can be played. The aforementioned Ghost mode is a great way to practice, as the AI learns and mimics your playstyle, only getting more and more challenging the longer you play. Tekken 8 is fast. Putting a larger emphasis on offense compared to 7, Tekken 8's gameplay is the most offensive focus the franchise has seen, allowing newcomers to safely button mash their way through the game, and seasoned veterans to pull off some nasty combos. The new heat system further accentuates this philosophy by providing higher damage, chip damage to blocked attacks, and a combo finishing move that is a unique style for each character. Speaking of characters, Tekken 8's base roster is stacked with 32 total fighters. It includes both new characters and franchise mainstays, such as Jin, Kazuya, Yoshimitsu, King, Paul, Law, Nina, and so many others that return to the franchise. There's something here for everyone. While some fan-favorite characters from Tekken 6 and 7 are missing, such as Eddie Guerrero or Bob, the upcoming Season Pass seems to be delivering on adding those characters that fans want to see. If Tekken 7 taught me anything, it's that Bandai Namco is going to be supporting and adding to the game for years to come. At a fee, of course. But with my personal favorite Eddie already being announced as the first DLC character, I'm excited to see how the roster will continue to grow moving forward. Perhaps we could get a character from Final Fantasy VII, similar to how we got Noctis in Tekken 7.
Get ready for the next battle!
This is where a fighting game lives or dies, and it's in the online mode that Tekken 8 fully delivers. With crossplay across all consoles and servers that run smooth as butter, Tekken 8 builds upon the world that Tekken 7 created. Online, you can play both ranked and casual matches, private player matches, and join in on a Tekken Lounge, a mode that invites up to 100 players to hang out in a lounge and play matches against one another at their own leisure, similar in presentation to Street Fighter 6 and Guilty Gear Strive. Tekken 8's multiplayer is everything you would expect from the franchise, and delivers to the same level as its rivals at Capcom and Warner Bros. Tekken 8 is the best the franchise has felt in years, with stunning graphics, a variety of game modes, a stacked roster with both returning favorites and new faces. Tekken 8 stands with the greats in the series, such as Tekken 3 and Tekken 5. I'm excited to see what the future support brings to the game and how its community will continue to grow. But for now, the Iron Fist tournament is back, and it's never been better.
Rating, 9 out of 10.
Thank you so much for watching. Let me know who your main characters are for Tekken 8. And as always, have a great day.